It is Tech Tuesday, and today we are talking about taxing high-tech employers. Last week, members of the San Francisco Board of Supervisors introduced a ballot measure that would levy a 1.5% payroll tax on the city's largest tech companies like Twitter, Adobe, Yelp, and Salesforce. The measure is estimated to drum up $120 million annually, money that would go toward affordable housing and services for the homeless. But you might recall just 5 years ago, the city was offering companies like Twitter big tax breaks to move to the mid-market neighborhood and revitalize the area. So the question is, which is best? With us now via Skype, Mitchell Marks, professor at San Francisco State University's College of Business and expert on corporate management and corporate culture. Mitchell, thanks for being with us again today.
Good to see you, Kiba.
All right, so straight out of the gate here, is this a flip-flop, something else, maybe just politics, or possibly really a sincere effort to try to fight homelessness?
It's two things. One is what you just mentioned. And you hit the nail on the head. It's politics. It's the disparity between Mayor Lee and some members of the Board of Supervisors. Mayor Lee is relatively pro-business for good reason. He wants to bring economic development. He and his staff want to bring economic development to the city. But some of the members of the Board of Supervisors are a little more liberal. And there's also throughout, the second point is there's a lot of frustration that's growing in the city about the homelessness issue. And so the tech industry is a pretty easy target when it comes to trying to raise some money.
So, okay, Mitchell, if this tax is approved and some of these companies who understandably maybe feel betrayed now, they've moved here because of the tax breaks, how do the companies deal with this? Do they just pay up? Do they try to fight it? And really, is there anything that they can do?
Well, probably what they will do is threaten to move. By the way, we're beginning to see a lot of jobs moving out of the conventional areas like the Silicon Valley and Seattle and Portland, where a lot of techies like to live, because now people with the technology, ironically, the technology that the tech companies are producing can allow people to live just about anywhere and get the job done. I think there will be a lot of boisterous posturing. There's a lot of questions about whether a law like this would be legal. From my point of view, the question is, where do you draw the line? Do you tax just the giant? Do you tax just the giant tech companies like Uber and Twitter and Google? What about the small startups where a payroll tax might hinder their ability to attract good people? And also, if I may add, why just stay in tech? Kevin Durant is getting $54 million for 2 years of work. Why shouldn't the city tax him also to help the homeless?
Mitchell, you beat me to it. That was my next question. Let's go outside of tech companies. Where does this stop? And what are the other companies or people like Kevin Durant? What are they going to start thinking about this? I mean, specifically for the companies, hey, maybe we won't move to San Francisco. Maybe we'll go somewhere else, Texas maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is not unprecedented. Years ago, a lot of financial institutions in New York City moved their back office operations into Connecticut and New Jersey. So there is a real threat of jobs being lost. I believe that I wouldn't say we're at the top of the bubble, but we are a bubble that are expanding. And I think that there's a confusion here of the homeless issue with the technology industry. Look, San Francisco has a homeless problem. That needs to be solved, and taxing people is not the answer. Certainly generating funds is an answer, but your question is well funded, because why just tech? Why not others? And I think that would be the basis of some lawsuits. Why our industry and not other industries? That is discrimination.
Right. Okay. Well, we will certainly see. Mitchell Marks, professor at San Francisco State University College of Business. Thank you so much, Mitchell, for your time.
Thank you. My pleasure. All right.